Hello everyone and welcome back to the next lecture where I'll be just showing you the rendered images. And what I want to do, I just want to stay in Katana to just do a little pre-comp or something like that. So I just hit tab and type in image read, which will load in our beauty image for, let's say, the first shot. So I get to browse, I go to our first shot in our output directories, which is 1120, go to output, go to beauty AOV, and I'll just load in the primary for now. And if I view this now, you should be able to see that we have our beauty image rendered. And just make sure your raw data is turned on, and then you will be able to see your output. So let's just create another image read node, and let's choose the next shot. Go to browse, go up a few directories to the next shot, and just click through until you hit the primary for your beauty. And enable the raw data. So this is the other shot, and let's just do one more image read and load in the other shot, which is our last one. Raw data on, browse, go up a few levels and go to 1205, beauty outputs, and load in the primary. And now we should have all three images laid out there. So the next step would be to load in the other passes for each of these shots. So let's just create another image read, and obviously this process is a bit time consuming, so I'll just create all these image reads right now. Alright, so now you can see I have all those images loaded in, and so let's just do a simple pre-com and just plus in the scattering on top. So it's an image merge, let's just create that. The background is our beauty render, and then we just plus on top the scattering, and this is now what it looks like. If I copy this node and paste it and hook it up for the next shot like that, we should be able to see that in this shot, and just copy and paste it one more time and just do the same thing for this shot like so. And now we have all three shots with the volume scattering node, and we can create a image gamma node as well. Just type in IG, connect it in between, and just reduce the gamma a bit just to get a bit more contrast in the map here. So now I have the image gamma right in between my image read, and I can just slowly bring down the RGB components and contrast the image a bit, and I can do that for all the other ones. And if I now view from my image merge node, this is the combined image, and I can see everything is back in place. And let's just look from our first shot here, and this is how that looks. And let's just create an image gamma node as well. Hook that up and edit that, and just maybe go to 0.7 to contrast it a bit. So the next step would be to load in a background image. And I just have loaded in the HDR of the night, and I just blurred it out. So image read, HDR path, image reformat to choose HD size, and then just added an image blur. And now I can just do another image merge like that, and I can just put the background in the BG slot and the foreground into my FG slot and view from that. And now you can see our characters are in place here. So the last step to do is just multiply our shadow pass with the image blur node. And all we got to do is hit tab image merge, use the BG as our use the background as in the BG slot, and our shadow pass in the FG slot. And if I now view from here, we should see our shadows are being added on top here. And if I then use that result into the BG of our image merge, I can see that the shadow pass is working as expected, and everything works very well. And you can easily just repeat these steps for the other ones. It's very straightforward, and feel free to do that as a homework. Maybe do some nice color grading on your image. You can just create a color correct node for the image read, and maybe add a blue teal sheen to that, which I can actually just show you by editing the gamma a bit like that. So I'm just playing in a bit of cyan in that, and you can now see we get this teal gamma. And that is actually that how you can quickly from your renders just check your comp, like, or just create a quick pre-comp right within Katana and see a result that you rendered. And I think that's a pretty nice way to get a quick first pass if everything you rendered will work together. And if it's all good, you can just pass this on to the compositor or just pass it on and publish the stuff for the next department to read in the data. So I hope this lecture helped you quite a bit, and I hope you now kind of see the benefit of all that, and you can go really crazy. You can load in all the image read nodes and the actual passes as well, because we rendered them all out, and maybe you want to do a proper slab comp with all these like specular components and whatnot. So I can just bring in one maybe for 1205, go to the beauty, and what I mean by that, you can just bring in maybe the specular direct, load that in, and just play with that separately if you want to do that. So this is how the spec pass would look like for this shot here. So then you could now just subtract the specular component from the render and just create some interesting results. And this lecture was just about to give you a quick overview on how to comp things rather quick in your lighting template. I didn't want to go over compositing in general because that's not the content of this course. It's more about lighting and look dev. And I hope this lecture found you well, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you guys.